She's an icon, she's a legend, and she is the moment. Now come on now.
Welcome to another episode of Clean Your Dating Habits Up. It is your host, Arthur China T, Coach Erica, and we're going to make sure that our dating habits are exactly what attracts the right masculine energy into our life, so that we're no longer attracted to the energy that we do not need. And a lot of that starts with self-reflection, self-evaluation, and taking a serious deep dive into our dating histories to see exactly what we were at fault for and what we need to do better. It's easy to blame the man, but they can't come in unless we open the door. So, sis, you know I'm talking to you. In previous weeks, we talked about a multitude of things, but last week we discussed the abandonment issues, attachment issues, and the father-daughter syndromes that affect many of you in dating. On Monday, on Never Date Just Once, sis, I talked about the roster dating milestones, things that you need to be looking for key while you're doing your roster dating. But today I'm going to jump into the serious dating milestones. This is when you get past that roster and you've had that monogamous conversation with the man that you chose, the best option for you. These are the things that you need to be checking off or looking for to know that your serious dating is not in vain. After all, we're not dating just to continue dating. A lot of us are dating to become married. So you need to be checking for these milestones, because if that man is not showing you some type of consistency, sis, he may just be holding on to you as a placeholder. And unfortunately, we're no longer placeholders. So that is not going to work. Courting and serious dating milestones. The timeline to marriage. This is where you also need to take out your notepad and write down some notes, sis, because we need to get you to your ultimate goal. And if that's marriage, it starts here. If marriage is your goal, dating with intention means moving through key milestones with purpose. While the timeline will vary based on the individuals involved, the general framework below ensures that you're not wasting time on any man who isn't aligned with your long-term vision. And I told you, that's why we don't accept the title of girlfriend, because we're trying to be wife. And girlfriends are a distraction with those titles, because you'll be doing wifely duties, but will not become a wife. The first courtship phase. This is when you establish your intentions within 0 to 3 months. During the first 3 months of serious dating, both parties need to acknowledge that dating with the purpose of a committed relationship is the goal. So there is no more casual dating. Your roster, you may still have some, but you are intentionally invested into this one person. Expectation conversations happen early, discussing relationship values, lifestyle, marriage goals. This is what I'm talking about these monogamous conversations. The observation of consistency. Is he pursuing you with purpose, making plans, and prioritizing your time? Now, any red flags will pop up you need to detect. So if he's inconsistent, unclear about his intentions, or avoids deeper conversations, sis, he's not serious and he's not ready. The advancement criteria. If by the end of 3 months there is no clarity on where this is going, it's likely not leading to marriage. A man who wants something serious will be intentional about locking in with you, sis. I need you to remember that. Then there's the exclusive commitment, the relationship phase, which is a 3 to 6 month mark after we've done the first initial 3. Between these 3 to 6 months, this is the period when the relationship is officially exclusive. There is no longer just dating, but now he's actively growing with you. You're going to start integrating into each other's lives if you have not already started that on the roster. Meeting friends and families, discussing future goals, and going more deeply into what you all expect and want. Consistency in his actions is key. Is he leading, planning, and showing up for you in meaningful ways? Financial discussions begin. How does he handle money? What are his financial goals? Do they align with yours? If by the end of 6 months, sis, he isn't showing long-term planning, discussing future steps, merging y'all lifestyles, financially aligning with you, he may not be serious about marriage. And that's okay. That's why I say don't do away with your roster, but make sure that you're exclusively dating this one person. We move into the preparation phase. This is the engagement conversations, and this happens between the 6 to 12 month mark. Between this time, explicit discussions about marriage, timelines, and shared visions will occur. These conversations should not be vague. He should have a plan. Meeting and building a relationship with each other's family consistently needs to be happening more in depth. You also need to be having deeper conversations about your finances, living arrangements, your long-term role options, who's going to do what, traditional marriage, non-traditional marriage, 50-50, all of these things need to be discussed. Any potential deal breakers, such as religion, kids, career goals, anything like that, all of that should be addressed now. If he is aligned with you, then engagement discussions will begin. He should be making it clear that he wants you to be his wife, so he should be proposing to you, or it's on the horizon. If by 1 year comes, no serious conversation about engagement have happened, and he's just going with the flow, sis, he's not marriage minded. It's time for you to exit left, because you don't know when that's going to become, and you do not, again, want to take the place of a placeholder. The engagement period, preparing for marriage. This could be happening between 12 to 18 months of you all initiating this interaction or the seriousness in your relationship. Between this time, the proposal happens. Because both of you are already aligned, he does not feel pressured. If he feels pressure, sis, he's not ready. Wedding planning and discussions begin to happen, and you're merging your lives. You haven't moved in with him yet. Please continue to stay living apart, because you're going to need that space. Premarital counseling or coaching with me to ensure compatibility and conflict resolution skills should be happening. Further alignment of financial goals, your lifestyle, and future goals should be happening. If the engagement drags on for over 2 years with no movement forward to an actual wedding, that's a red flag, sis. If a man truly wants to marry you, he does not need that much time. The courthouse is right down the street. Then there's a marriage part. This is a ceremony for those of you all who want a big wedding to show off to everybody. Should be happening within 18 to 24 months. Between this time, wedding and legal commitment takes place, whether that's at the courthouse, whether that's outside of your front yard, or a big ceremony. The real work of partnership will begin. Continuous effort, mutual support, and growing together. This is when you can start moving into his place, or y'all can talk about buying a house together. If marriage is a goal, sis, your time should be spent wisely. A serious marriage-minded man will show you his intentions, not just talk about them. Y'all have heard this for too long. It's time to let this go. If he's taking too long at any of the stage, it's a sign that you need to reassess this and possibly move on. Because if your goal is to be a wife, you're not consistent or content with being a girlfriend. So, sis, we got our roster dating milestones. We got our serious dating milestones. You need to be taking what you need to take so that you can start getting the results that you're looking for. A man who's going with the flow is only going to disrupt your flow. And if you believe him by still going with this flow, then you're going to always stay in a place that you don't want to be. And what is that? As a girlfriend. If your goal is to be a wife, never accept the title of girlfriend. You're going to be a friend until you are married, because it is single, married, divorced, widowed. It is not single, girlfriend, boyfriend. Girlfriend, boyfriends are just friends. That's where the word girlfriend and boyfriend came from. It originally started from friend boys to girls and friend girls to boys. And never had any love behind it, and never had any commitment behind it, and never had any long-term goals, because it's meant to be a friend. So when you allow somebody to give you those titles, sis, then you're placing yourself in a box that you're going to be stuck in, while that other person is moving around doing whatever they want to do. They get a lot of y'all with those girlfriend titles. Stay away from them. If your goal is to be a wife, you should never be looking at the vision of being a girlfriend. And never let him convince you, well, how can I know you're a wife if I don't live with you and see you doing those things? Then you'll never know, sir. We're not moving in with men just to prove that we're a wife. All right, so we got it all together. I will see you on Friday for Feminine Fridays. Have a good evening.